Yo, what's poppin', ladies and gentle cars? Today we have another figure review. So, today we have the Frankenstein's monster, Raphael as. So, if that wasn't confusing enough, today we have a review of the Neca Frankenstein's monster, Raphael, or Raphael as Frankenstein's monster. And this figure is tremendous. This guy released a couple of months ago, I believe, at the point of recording. I don't know when he actually came out. I think he was announced around Halloween of last year. Then he popped up around shelves right now for me, sometime in, what month is it? March? I found him in March, yes. So, this guy right here is a amazing figure. I'm just letting you see just a taste of some of the nice sculpting, the paint. Look at that. Oh, you can't look at it. All right. Now we gotta go to the next. Just to get it out of the way, we gotta show the box off for the boys, just so if you're in the store, you know what you're looking for. So, you can see Frankenstein, Monster Raphael, all gross, put a bolt through his head. Frankenstein's monster. Got some actually really cool promo shots. I'm a big fan of the back of the box over here. On the side, we've got the show off for the rest of them. We have seen this man. I don't think we've gotten much about this Michelangelo. And my prediction is that's April O'Neil as the bride of Frankenstein or whatever. And then I think Donatello's just taking the L on this one, which he usually does. So moving that out of the way and bringing the big monster himself back in. So looking at the paint and sculpt of this guy up close and in detail now. We'll bend the legs so you can get a nice look at the face. This guy has some of the best detail on a NECA figure ever. Which is crazy to say because most NECA figures do have a lot of good detail. This is actually one of the best NECA figures I've ever touched in my life. Just based off the quality, the amount of just stuff going on, it is a great figure. Like you can see all this nice sculpting on the dials and the gauges here. All the wires go all the way around to probably the piece de resistance, the shell, with the sewer cap bolted on the back. This thing with the actual real chains, look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. And another big dial in the back with the two wires, one going to the neck, one going to the other dial. And just the detailing is great. The clothing all has textured detail. The skin, of course, has the gross detail. Like the bolts and the sewing and everything looks great. The chest, or I guess the shell under the chest, looking really good. His neck, sewed on clean. That man got a fresh new head. Like, I love all the little details on it. The stitching on the pants. You've got the little bit of shell poking out the top. The fact that the shell is actually all hollow. Well, not all hollow, but there's a little bit of hollowness behind the shell. So you can get some movement. Not too much, but enough where clearance, you know, that kind of stuff. The elbow pads look great. Like, all the little details. The man's got a metal plate in his wrist over here. Oh, the paint on this guy is super, super good, too. I can't tell what they did with it, like if there's a wash or something, I'm not too sure about it. But whatever they did, NECA, you really outdid yourself on this one. The one thing is, though, this guy has been super hard to find. On eBay, I've seen him chilling around 70 bucks, which it's worth it for the figure, but if you can get it at retail, it's like even more worth it. Because this guy, I found him in, I guess you would call it like a local comic kind of store for around 37 bucks, which is super, super good. I think it was actually 34, which is just bananas because I couldn't even find this guy at actual Target. I couldn't find him anywhere. And I figured that store usually marks up the stuff aftermarket, but they didn't at all. So we got clutch. We came through. So now we'll move this guy over to Articulation on the big dog himself. Which you might be thinking, with him so big, is his articulation bad? No, it's good. So, bringing him in here. Starting at his big chrome dome, he can look up about that far. He looks down, pretty decent. The bolts in his neck kind of get in the way. At the bandana here, I like what they did. They put it on just a ball joint, so you can get literally all the motion you want. Nice swivel, up, down, left, right. And it really is the best articulation for the bandanas. Like the cartoon figures have kind of a hinge. The movie figures just have a swivel. This is like the combination of them all. Now coming here, at the shoulder, his arm goes up about the normal, a little under 90 degrees. You could definitely push it more, but it's like usual. There's a lot of overlays on these figures, so pushing it, you could damage something, rip something, anything. Don't push it, but if you like to, you can. So the arm goes all the way around, of course. Just watch out for the wires and bolts. There's no bicep swivel or anything, but when you get down to the elbow here, there's a nice double jointed elbow. It works not too bad. You could definitely squish the elbow pad and get it way more, but there's no need to. And then there's actually a swivel right at the end here on the forearm, I guess. Gonna come down to the wrist. The wrist has a usual hinge system here with this man's dirty hands. Nice usual swivel like always. At the midsection, there really isn't much. You might have just a little bit of side to side, little bit of swivel, a little something in there, but with all the chains and everything wrapped around his midsection, you can't get much movement out of it. So at the thighs here, thick thighs, they kick forward about that far, back about as far as possible without hitting the shell. Comes out to the side pretty good. Just to mention, all the articulation on this guy was super nice right out of the box. No creaking and cracking like usual Neca figures do, which I hear a lot of people have problems with that. It's just kind of the, I guess you would say, an acquired taste to getting Neca figures. It's taking them out of the box and the process of it. It's something I like about them, but I guess not everybody does. So back to the articulation here. At the thigh, he's got a swivel. At the knee, there is also a swivel, and then there is a double jointed knee. Actually, it might just be single, I'm not too sure. I'm not willing to push it crazy, but it gets some decent articulation. Then coming down to his huge boots here, give this man 6 feet tall. His feet don't go that far forward. They're pretty decent back. And then the ankle pivot is as far as it goes without those bolts hitting the side there. So, articulation on this guy, very good, excuse me. I feel like a Frankenstein's monster right now. But the articulation is not bad at all on this guy. It fits. It's not the crazy best, but this guy isn't like the normal Ninja Turtle you'll have doing jumping, spinning heel kicks and flying, diving elbows. This guy is just kind of creep around, you know, one of the more, like actual Frankenstein himself, more of a monsterish kind of dude. That's the only way I can describe it, is in noises. So now moving on to the accessories of this man, moving him out the way. We'll start with the interchangeable hands. So he has these kind of posing, I guess you'd say more dynamic pose hands. And then you have 2 of these normal gripping hands. The detail on these is just great. All the stitching and the wrinkles in the skin and everything all fits and comes down to even these. You can see the different hand does have a little bit of different sculpting. Not too much different about it, but not bad. 2 separate sculpted hands, which is always nice to see. And then same thing here. We got 2 fists. You can see all the nice detail on those boys. Usually they don't give Ninja Turtles fists. I guess they knew this man would be smacking down and they had to give it to him. But nice detail on the hands. Paint and sculpt matches the same quality as the rest of them. And now bringing in his best accessory, in my opinion. The size. I think they're called, let me see, what are they called? They have a special name, I believe. The shocking sigh. I could have thought of that one on my own. But they got the shocking sigh right here. They're not made of metal, but they're made of a very nice plastic. It's a little bit bendy, so you don't have to worry the most about breaking. But his hands are made of like solid concrete. I could not get them in, so I guess just use at your own risk. Don't break this trying to stuff in his big meaty hand, because these are too sick to do that with. Ooh, clean, baby. Now, bringing this man back in, we're going to be going to some comparisons, which is actually a thing I feel like I've been cutting down on by accident. So we're going to be doing a lot of comparisons here. Bringing in some movie figures for some height comparisons, just to show how big this man is. It's not just like height either. This man's got the weight to him. He's thick. This man got girth. Looks very good though. He fits super well with the movie Ninja Turtles. And I also think it doesn't fit as good. Something just fell over. It doesn't fit as good, but I still think he looks quite good with the cartoon turtles. It looks like some trans-dimensional turtles kind of thing. This man came to their universe for help, and he got it. Well, not really. He got turned into Frankenstein. But still, nonetheless, we're going good in here. And for scale in general, we got some interesting characters coming in. Don't want to drop Mikey. We got some generic guys. We got Freddy Fazbear over here, which this really just shows you the height, these tiny boys. And then even the man Negan, even smaller compared to him. You put the bat in front of him so we got proper scale. This man is solid. good sized figure, and on the display, this guy sticks out like crazy. He looks great. Even in the Ninja Turtles display, he still sticks out with his dials and green hands and stuff like that. But other than that, that actually might be it for this video. For some final thoughts, I'll say this is an amazing figure. If you get the chance to find him at retail, pick that sucker up immediately. Even calling all scalpers, even if you see him, pick that man up. But if you find him for secondhand, I'd say around 50 to 60 isn't the worst, but if you can find him for retail, obviously take the deal. So a great figure, another hit from Neca. I'm excited to see where the rest of this line goes, if I'll be able to even find him, because I got lucky with this one. But that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Nice casual Raphael figure review. Some reviews coming in the future are probably going to be a lot of Neca stuff, a lot of TMNT, because I still have a whole lot I gotta do. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Next one, I'll give a sneak peek. It might be Dirtbag Ground Chug. Alright, thank you guys. See you later.